Allegra Versace is heiress to an $800 million inheritance and one of the fashion world's most mysterious figures. Born into the iconic Versace dynasty, her life has defied the glamorous image often associated with her family's name. But while she inherited immense wealth and influence, Allegra's story is one of solitude and inner battles that will leave you shocked. The Versace name is synonymous with luxury, boldness, and unbridled creativity. Founded in 1978 by Italian designer Gianni Versace, the brand quickly became a powerhouse in high fashion. It is recognized for its daring designs, vibrant prints, and unapologetic glamour. Gianni's vision redefined luxury by blending classical elements with modern flair. This vision made Versace a global symbol of extravagance and artistry. Celebrities, royalty, and fashion icons flocked to his creations, establishing the brand as a staple on red carpets and fashion runways worldwide. Gianni Versace was not only a designer, but also a cultural precursor. His work introduced bold innovations, from using bright, unconventional colors to popularizing the iconic Medusa logo. His designs went beyond fashion. They represented a lifestyle that embraced confidence and risk. By the 1990s, Versace was known for creating a fashion empire that extended into fragrances, accessories, and home furnishings. Gianni's influence on pop culture and fashion was undeniable, and he became a beloved figure in the industry, shaping trends and collaborating with top supermodels and celebrities. Allegra Versace was born into this remarkable legacy. She arrived at the height of her uncle Gianni's success. As a child, she was surrounded by vibrant personalities, luxurious parties, and the allure of a world crafted by her family. Growing up within the Versace empire, Allegra was poised to inherit wealth and a legacy rooted in creativity and artistic freedom. Her uncle Gianni adored her, often describing Allegra as his little princess. He had even envisioned a future for her within the Versace brand. But Allegra's life took a tragic turn in 1997, when her uncle Gianni was murdered outside his Miami mansion in a shocking crime that left the fashion world and his family devastated. The impact on the Versace family was profound. In an instant, Allegra's world changed. Her uncle's untimely death left an enormous void and a legacy that would now be hers to carry. As she grew older, she was handed a monumental responsibility. The weight of Gianni's empire became hers to bear. This tragedy marked the beginning of Allegra's journey, a life shaped by immense inheritance and loss. Tragedy and inheritance. Gianni's untimely death had a far-reaching impact on Allegra's future. As part of his carefully planned will, he had named her as the primary heir to his empire. Upon turning 18, Allegra inherited a 50% stake in the Versace brand, placing her among the wealthiest young women in the world. With her share of the empire estimated at over $800 million, she suddenly found herself catapulted into a realm of wealth and responsibility that few could imagine. However, with this vast inheritance came an equally vast burden. Inheriting such a fortune at a young age is a responsibility that many would find daunting. For Allegra, the pressure was magnified by the emotional toll of her uncle's death. The $800 million inheritance was not simply a financial windfall, it was a reminder of the family legacy, a piece of her uncle's vision that she now was expected to carry forward. For her, the wealth was inseparable from the pain of Gianni's death. This duality, privilege coupled with grief, became a defining aspect of Allegra's life. She struggled to reconcile her personal desires with the public expectations that came with being a Versace heir. The pressure of wealth and legacy. While Allegra respected the legacy her uncle left behind, she struggled with the pressure to embody the Versace image, which was emblematic of opulence, risk, and flamboyance. Her private nature clashed with the public's expectation of a glamorous heiress. Allegra found herself uncomfortable with the limelight that surrounded the Versace name. Despite the public's fascination with her role in the Versace dynasty, Allegra chose to remain largely out of sight. She shunned red carpets, avoided media appearances, and made few public statements, opting instead for a quieter life that contrasted sharply with the bold reputation of the brand. Her reluctance to take on a prominent role within the company only fueled curiosity and speculation. But Allegra remained firm in her desire for privacy and shielded herself from the high expectations that accompanied her inheritance. The pressure of her inheritance also took a toll on Allegra's sense of self. She faced an internal struggle to balance her loyalty to the Versace legacy with her need for independence. As she sought to define her identity beyond her family's name, the weight of her inheritance loomed, and it reminded her of the responsibilities she had not asked for but was expected to fulfill. Behind her quiet exterior, Allegra was also battling health challenges that further complicated her ability to step into her role within the Versace empire. Her journey would soon take a difficult turn as she confronted these struggles, revealing a young woman wrestling with more than just the demands of wealth. Personal struggles and mental health. Allegra Versace's life is marked by a private battle that became painfully public: her struggle with anorexia. Her battle with the eating disorder began in her late teens, around the same time she inherited her $800 million fortune. As she withdrew further from the public eye, her health struggle became a visible reminder of the toll her circumstances were taking on her. Over time, Allegra's physical transformation became noticeable. Headlines sensationalized her appearance and drew attention to her frail frame. It turned her personal struggle into public gossip. While many stories glossed over the complexities of anorexia, Allegra's journey was far from straightforward. Her disorder was entangled with the responsibilities and expectations tied to her family's empire. Rather than focusing on the challenges of mental health, tabloids focused on her status as a troubled heiress and reduced a serious condition to a scandalous headline. Throughout Allegra's ordeal, her family remained by her side. Her mother, Donatella, was particularly supportive. She spoke openly in later years about Allegra's struggle and advocated for understanding around mental health issues. Donatella was a fiercely protective mother. She hoped to keep her daughter's life as private as possible despite the public's fascination. For the Versace family, Allegra's battle with anorexia was a painful chapter, one that underscored the difficulty of maintaining privacy in a world eager for intimate details about their lives. With time, Allegra would find a way to balance her wealth with her responsibilities. Her eventual entry into the Versace brand was marked by extreme caution, but it eventually happened, just like her beloved Uncle Gianni had always imagined. Allegra's role in the Versace brand. Donatella's bold style and confident presence had become inseparable from Versace's identity, a stark contrast to Allegra's reserved nature. For Allegra, the prospect of stepping into a high-profile role with the company felt overwhelming, particularly in light of the scrutiny that had followed her throughout her life. However, as she grew older and regained her footing, Allegra began to approach the brand with a cautious but committed perspective. In her early 20s, she accepted a position on the Versace board. This symbolized her willingness to play a part in preserving her family's legacy. Allegra's role was intentionally low profile, a decision reflecting her desire to contribute from behind the scenes rather than in the spotlight. While she lacked her mother's showmanship, she offered a unique insight into the brand's legacy. In essence, she brought a quiet but thoughtful voice to Versace's creative and strategic direction. Allegra's involvement in the business has always been grounded in respect for her Uncle Gianni's vision. She is deeply aware of the impact his work had on the fashion world, and her approach to the brand reflects this reverence. Allegra's contributions are subtle yet significant, often involving strategic decisions and a careful eye on the brand's growth to ensure that Versace's identity remains intact while evolving with modern trends. Her role allowed her to support the brand's direction without compromising her preference for privacy. a balance that has defined her involvement within Versace. Throughout this journey, Donatella played a crucial role in guiding Allegra. Having weathered her own challenges and fiercely committed to protecting the family legacy, Donatella supported her daughter's choices. She encouraged Allegra's participation on her own terms, a decision that allowed the young woman to find her footing in the business world without the pressure of public expectation. Allegra's path within the company remains uniquely her own, shaped by her introspective nature and her mother's steadfast guidance. As she grew more comfortable with her role, she strengthened her bond with her mother. For her, Donatella was both a mentor and a protector. Their complex relationship became a key part of Allegra's journey within Versace, providing her with the support she needed to navigate her place in the iconic fashion house. The unique bond with Donatella. Like many women, Allegra shares a complex and deeply significant bond with her mother. In the wake of her brother's loss, Donatella became the driving force behind the Versace brand. She embodied a public persona marked by astonishing boldness. Her strong, flamboyant style helped maintain the brand's image, and in doing so, she became the symbolic figurehead that the public and fashion industry came to associate with Versace. Allegra, by contrast, has always been more reserved and drawn to privacy rather than the spotlight. Their differing personalities create a unique dynamic within the family. While Donatella is vibrant and assertive, Allegra is thoughtful and cautious. This difference allows them to balance each other out, with Donatella taking on the public-facing aspects of the brand, while Allegra supports from behind the scenes. Together, they represent two sides of the Versace identity: the daring innovation Gianni introduced, and the enduring strength that has carried the brand through difficult times. This close bond would play a pivotal role as the family made decisions regarding the future of Versace, including the decision to sell a major stake in the company, a move that would forever shape the legacy Allegra had inherited. The Versace brand's transformation and sale. In 2014, the Versace family made the strategic decision to sell a 20% stake in the company to Blackstone, a move designed to bring fresh capital and resources into the business. For Donatella, Allegra, and the board, the goal was to fuel global expansion while preserving the creative essence that Gianni had infused into the brand. The investment allowed Versace to grow in an increasingly competitive fashion industry. But it was also a step toward modernizing the company. In essence, it was about balancing the weight of tradition with the demands of a global market. Just 4 years later, in 2018, Versace was acquired by Capri Holdings. This marked yet another significant transformation. While some saw the sale as an end to Versace's independence, the family viewed it as an opportunity to solidify the brand's future. Under the new ownership, Versace would have access to Capri's extensive infrastructure and global reach, helping it expand while maintaining its luxury status. Both Donatella and Allegra played pivotal roles in this transition, and they ensured that Gianni's legacy remained central to the brand's identity. Their involvement in the process demonstrated their commitment to safeguarding Versace's unique heritage, even as it evolved in new hands. For Allegra, these decisions represented a delicate balance between growth and legacy. She has remained actively involved in overseeing the brand's evolution. Her role within Versace continues to embody a careful, thoughtful approach. In the end, hers is a story of balancing inheritance with individuality and carrying forward a legacy while making it her own. Allegra's life, though marked by privilege, reflects the complexities that come with such immense responsibility. She has managed to honor her family's name while remaining true to herself, showing that her journey is about more than simply being an heiress. It's about preserving her uncle's vision, supporting her mother, and ultimately finding her place within and beyond the Versace empire. Do you think the Versace brand has changed under Donatella and Allegra's leadership? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. We'd love to hear. For now, we're out of here. Catch you in the next video.